Hello viewers, and welcome to the third of our new races then, looking at MotoGP 2013. Of course, we've seen the MotoGP and Moto3 class, now we're looking at Moto2. So Moto2 then, looking at the different riders. Obviously many are still locked at the moment, and I go through here just to have a brief browse over the different riders. You can see there many of them are still locked at the moment. Scott Redding, he's been doing so well in these past few races. It's great to see him realising his potential there. Fantastic. Paul Espargaro, he's been connected very much to the Tech 3 team over recent times. Some would even say that's perhaps why Cal Crutchlow's had enough of it and he's moving on. Let's hope he gets a factory ride as well. But if I find a track now, Catalunya, always a great circuit. We're going back to Spain again, and why not? Spain are absolutely dominating when it comes to the biking at the moment. Looking at the riding aids and the race options again, as you've seen in the previous two videos, we're going with the standard options, what you start with, medium settings, but turning off the racing line. So again, we have our little Eurovision moment here, looking at Barcelona, the architecture, the history, the Olympic Stadium, always being developed there as well. So it's a nice touristy attraction in our little Eurovision opening to MotoGP action. Lots to do if you travel there. Certainly I can imagine it's very, very hot in the summer. As we see all of the different aspects that are available in that city, and of course moving across now to the racetrack as well itself. That long start finishing straight stands out. The braking at the end of it always is a great opportunity for overtaking, as the guys come very quickly around the final corner. Of course, the track uses the old end to the racetrack, as used by the Grand Prix. So turn 1, you can see there in that long corner there, turn 3. We're looking there now, zone 1, the first sector, and of course second sector as well. You've got this downhill braking into another hairpin for another fast couple of corners. Again, there's always overtaking opportunities there as well on the downhill sections. Up to the top of the hill, down the other main straight, and of course other braking opportunities around here using the much wider line of the old racetrack there, which gives the bikes a nice, much better flow before moving through those final two corners, carrying a lot of speed onto the final straight as well. It's a nice smooth circuit. It's got a really nice flow to it without the Mickey Mouse chicane being used there, and certainly a challenge for the riders. Good for testing as well. So on to the start of the race then. Moto2, let's see how we get on with this one. Away from the line, and it's a big field of bikes to get through in 3 laps, so to get through it without hitting anyone I think is probably nigh impossible, but we're going to see what we can do to make this as clean as possible. There will be some barging along the way, no doubt. So through those first couple of corners, and again I'm feeling the staggered increase in difficulty setting from the Moto3 class, which is really nice to feel. I think they've put in a perfect difficulty curve in terms of the bikes from what I've felt so far. Again, nicely recreated course, lots of detail there. It's handling all of the bike as well. When you look how many bikes there are there, I got pushed off, came back, and unfortunately there was an incident. Managed to stay on my bike, that's the main thing. Rear wheel coming up there where I just about locked the brakes. Trying to get past these guys now. Again, I don't know all the braking points yet. I know the course very well, but I don't know all the braking points very well, so trying to stick as close to these guys as possible and copy their line. Bike oversteered slightly. I didn't carry enough speed into that corner. You don't want to stand up on the bike in the middle of an apex because that can really unbalance you. Coming down this next straight, whoa, nearly over the handlebars. Was braking too late into that one, slightly misjudged. So on the power now, nice to have this nice flow to the end of the lap. Missed this from the F1 circuit. Of course they've changed it. And again here into these final two corners. Around on the inside nicely there. I'm trying to keep an inside line here. Carried me around these guys nicely onto this start finish straight. Up the start finish straight then. Passing a few bikes now. to 8th place already. Not too bad. So this is looking good now. But of course I was much faster than the bikes around me before. These bikes are more evenly matched, but I have on the difficulty setting it's set, which is the medium. I have much better cornering speed than a lot of these bikes, and I'm able to get on the power quicker. Slight touch there, being held back. These guys are bumping into each other slightly as well, so it's giving me an opportunity to come in there. The AI is handling it well. There are a lot of bikes on the course, so it's challenging for this PS3 version to handle all of that. And now closing up on first place. And really now I'm on my own. I've got my first chance in this whole race to actually get a flow and not worry about bikes in front of me. I can worry more about where I'm supposed to be braking. Better that time. And so closing on first place. Bike's going wider than I would like there. I just couldn't get on the power. Again downhill, not quite the line I would like. So there's loads more speed to be found. I mean, you'd need to practice all of this for many hours to really maximise your lines and maximise your speed. So we're Scott running down the straight, vying there, elbowing. I remember Valentino Rossi and Max Biaggi doing some of this years ago. Good old Max. Now braking, taking the lead now. If only it was that easy, I have to say. And now I'm in the lead. Suddenly I realise I'm in the lead and I don't have a braking marker anymore. I've actually been using the other bikes as a guide on braking markers. So I don't know my braking points yet, as well as it might look. And I think you see that quite often. I think we saw that even in the F1 qualifying, a car going off behind another one, simply because they follow the car in front. And it's the same with the biking here. I've been using the other guys to understand where they're braking. So I've got that slightly wrong there, slow through that section. And carry too much speed through there. So it's taken me out of that flow I've mentioned before, and now I've lost that rhythm. I need to get back into that rhythm. I'm almost losing the lead, but having none of it now. Trying to get myself back into it. Retain that first place, as you can see on the replay down there. And it's nice to see the replays are actually the official TV cameras. All the official TV cameras used. Fantastic. Except the butt cam. We don't have the on-bike cam, which is a shame. It's a little omission which hasn't made it into this one. So down these final couple of corners. I got that wrong, didn't I? I turned in too early, didn't carry enough speed through the corner, and that sort of unbalanced me. But a win nevertheless there. On top of the podium, very happy. And of course there's a podium sequence to follow, but we haven't included that on this race. That'll be more of that on our later coverage. But that's it on this video then. Again, you can check out the first look, which goes through all the main options of the game. You can also see the handling testing when I was first getting a feel for the game, trying out the different handling models on a preview build, and it has developed as well. The game's come a very long way since the early stages. My first impressions are that there's a very good difficulty curve between the Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP class, so it really is great for people as an introduction. If you're a biker, you'll get something out of it. If you're not a biker, you'll be able to play it as a nice game as well, and I think certainly there's a nice flow to it. But that's it from me for now on this video. There'll be more races to follow using the semi-pro handling in the coming days as well, and if there's anything you'd like to see, do let me know. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.